Hi everyone, just setting up quickly. So let's meditate for 21 days. We're very happy to have you join us. We had many sessions like this one, and this is the first one we do as a European session. So welcome everyone. Welcome to Let's Meditate for 21 days. This is not just a course. This is not just a challenge. This is really an experience. And for the next 21 days, we're stepping into something truly transformative. This is our chance to go deep, to reset, to discover a space within that is calm, that is powerful, that is really nourishing. And it's not going to be much about lectures or theory, but really about a simple experience. Now, before we dive in, let me take a moment to briefly introduce myself. My name is Malik. I will be your host tonight, and I am joining you all from Paris. And I have personally seen my life completely transform with meditation. So I'm very thrilled to join you all and share more about this incredible discovery of Sahaja Yoga meditation, because I truly believe this is something that every single one of us deserves to experience. I think everybody deserves to experience, to feel free from stress, anxiety, from the constant chatter in our mind. We all deserve to feel that deep silence inside that is alive, that is powerful, that is full of joy. And imagine doing this with thousands of people from around the world, from around Europe, all coming together for Let's Meditate for 21 days. So this program is for everyone. So if you're new to Sahaja Yoga, perfect. If you tried it before and want to go deeper, this is for you too. And we have an amazing lineup of presenters from the UK, Europe, and the Nordic countries. And to make sure everyone feels included, we'll have breakout rooms at the end where you can ask questions in your own language. Now, one thing you should know, Sahaja Yoga is always free. This is about you, your experience, your transformation, and this is not something that we can pay for. So, what's happening today? What's happening tonight? Tonight is all about getting started. So we'll have a simple introduction to Sahaja Yoga meditation, a meditation exercise to help you experience it firsthand, and we will have live music and meditation, because music can take meditation even deeper. So this session will last about an hour, but if you have questions, please stick around. We'll have a Q&A at the end in the Zoom chat and in the breakout rooms, again, in the different languages that we have here in Europe. And before we dive in, I want to introduce the wonderful people who will be guiding us tonight. And perhaps I will start by introducing my good friend, Ivan. Hey, Ivan, how are you?
Hey Malik, I'm doing great. Thank you. Really keen on being here tonight with all of you. My name's Ivan. Actually, I used to live in Paris, so that's where I know Malik from. But now I've been living in Germany for a while. And yeah, as Malik has said, it's such a transformative experience to have in your life. I've been meditating for a couple of years, actually since I was a kid. And it's truly something that, yeah, I it's it's something to say I cannot live without it. Yeah, really happy to be here and looking forward.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you so much for joining us. So Ivan will be actually the one leading us through our first meditation. And I'm also joined here by Sia, who's calling us all the way, who's joining us all the way from Texas. Hi, Sia. How are you?
Hi, everyone. So great to be here tonight. For me, it's not tonight, it's lunchtime. Hello, Malik. Hello, Ivan. I'm going to be joining you on the violin tonight. I'll support the meditation with music, with a live improvisation over a recorded backing track. And I hope you enjoy this meditation to the images of a very dear friend of mine from Czech Republic who makes these drone shots. And he's called Peter. I meditate since the 90s, the early 90s. And I've met you online, right? We haven't met in person yet. But it's a lovely community. So welcome everybody. And I hope you have a great, great experience meditating tonight.
Thank you, Sia. We just had, guys, a little check before a sound check, and her music was beautiful. So stick around. This is really going to make our meditation even better. And finally, I have my good friend and brother, also Nikolai, joining from Italy. And before he says anything, I want to wish him and all of us a very happy birthday, because it's today, on the very special day of Women's Day. And I also want to wish a very happy Women's Day to all the wonderful women of our world. Hi, Nicola. How are you?
Hi, Malik. I'm very well. I'm actually super happy to be spending this evening with you guys. I'm calling from Italy. I have been meditating since 10 years. And I want to join Malik also in wishing everyone's happy Women's Day. It's very beautiful that actually we are starting today, on this day, this meditation course, because we will discover how much let's say the part of us which is connected with womanhood is related with the state of meditation. So probably the world would be a better place if we also all connect with our, let's say, feminine side and bring out that peace, that love, that sense of compassion. So yeah, welcome everyone.
Thank you, Nicola. Well, I guess without further ado, we'll let Nicola introduce Sahaja Yoga, after which we'll have Ivan take us through the experience of self-realization, this first meditation we'll have together, and then we'll deepen also that experience with Sia, who will be playing music after that. So, Nicola, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks. So we are here to meditate, and meditation is actually a word that in English has many different meaning. It's an activity. So we say, I sit down to meditate, and we imagine we sit down with our leg crossed or comfortable on a chair. We open our hands, but in reality, meditation is a state. Is a state we are trying to achieve first and to establish after. It's a state which carries with itself many positive emotions, and that's why we are here today. So this state is innate in every human being. We all can achieve a state of meditation through the practice of meditation, and therefore we see also the name of this meditation that we are doing together, which is called Sahaja Yoga. Yoga, which is actually the state. Yoga means unity. Is a state when we are connected with ourselves, but we're also connected with the reality around us. And Sahaj, which means spontaneous, which means innate, meaning that this is something that we have inside and that we can reach with a bit of practice and with the strong desire. It's a state of silence. So when we meditate, we are in the present moment, and we can do that because we are thoughtless. Often, all of our attention goes to our head, goes to planning something for the future, or remembering things from our past. But in all of this thinking process, we disconnect from our heart, we disconnect from our perceptions, we disconnect from who we truly are. So what we try to do when we meditate is, again, to establish this connection and connect to our roots, the same way as if we were leaves of a tree and we try to look for our real meaning by connecting to the tree that gave us birth and that sustains us all. So how do we get into meditation? If we can place the slide, we can also do bit of an introduction on that. So as we can see in the slide, the same way we have a physical body, which is in charge of our physical balance, we also have, let's say, a more immaterial body, which is in charge of our spiritual well-being. So the existence of this, let's call it immaterial body, is actually not just rooted in India, but is also present in most countries' local culture. Is in the Italian local culture, I'm sure is in the German one, in the French one. So very often we think of chakras as something magical, as something mystical, but in reality, it's very innate and very known in every popular culture. For example, if I say, today I feel butterfly in my, most of you will think stomach. And this is an English expression, but I'm sure in your own language you have an expression which is almost the same. In Italian, in fact, we say farfalle, which is butterfly, nello stomaco, in the stomach. And that means that that specific emotions, the human being feel it in that place. So every single emotion is actually rooted in a specific location that we have inside. Another example we all know is, if I say I feel a lot of love in my, and everyone will think heart. No one will think in my chin or in my nose. Why? Because that emotion is felt there. In these places, there are our chakras, but there are also nerves plexus. And let's say these are the places where our emotions are felt. And there is this idea that when the centers open, we feel good. You know, my heart is open. Everyone think that as a good sensation. But when the centers are closed, then we don't feel as good. So in these 21 days, we will learn about how this immaterial body is built. But we will also practice several exercises because we each struggle with different challenges, but we also have many different qualities that we can leverage on when we are to connect with ourselves and when we are to bring out our positive side. So some people are very compassionate, some are very generous, some can be very peaceful, some can have a strong determination or a strong desire and power of will. So through these 21 days together, we will learn many different exercises to help us get into this state of meditation. You might feel many positive results from one exercise or from another one. As Malik said, they're all free. And we wish you can all discover and experience those who help you the most and take it with you at the end of these days. And to conclude, to get into this state, there is an energy lying within us, which is kind of the essence of the energy of life. But we will discover it in the practice so that we don't, we're not gonna say too much of the experience before you can feel it by yourself. And to conclude, I'm also gonna add something about Shri Mataji, which is the founder of this meditation practice. She spent her whole life sharing many different techniques that we will experience in these days. She always did it for free because she said that you cannot be charged for something that you have inside of you. And she was also saying that there cannot be peace in the world until there is peace inside the human being. So we also feel that peace is a right, is a human right, and as such it cannot be out of a specific course. And that's why we are very happy to spend this time, take this time together with Malik, Sia, and Ivan to share a little bit of what we have learned and what Shri Mataji taught us with you, hoping that you can take as many benefits as we did. And without taking more time, I will hand over the mic to Ivan. Welcome, everyone. We are very happy to be sharing this moment together, and happy Women's Day again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicola. I wouldn't have done a better presentation for sure. Today, the meditation that we'll be experiencing together is called self-realization. It was a meditation that was designed by Shri Mataji. She's always started as the first meditation that she gave to people, because yes, so as the name goes, self-realization is also this inner dialogue that you have with yourself. And you're going to have that discussion with yourself, with your motherly energy that is within yourself, which is called as the Kundalini. The Kundalini, it's an energy that has been written in many scriptures, especially in the Vedas. It has been discussed in different cultures. In the Greek culture, there was some forms mentioning it under different names. But that's the energy that has been within all human beings. And that is the energy that Shri Mataji has spent years going around trying to let people experience it. So yeah, today that's the meditation that we will be having together. If we could have the PowerPoint, please, the slides. I will show you where we will be placing our hands during this meditation. So as you've seen, there's this subtle system within ourselves that Nicola has shown. And so each of this inner dialogue is going to be with the Kundalini energy, and it's going to be going along different chakras. It's going to be going on the left side, because the left side is where the power of desire comes from. And also, as Nicola has mentioned, it is the most important thing that you need. Is if you don't desire it, usually it doesn't really work. You must want it. And desire is one of the most powerful things in human beings. It helped humans achieve incredible things, and hopefully tonight you will also be able to experience this incredible experience. So first we will have our right hand on our left heart. Then it will be on the upper part of our abdomen on the left side. Then on the lower part of our abdomen on the left side. And then we will be going up again. So then again, on the upper part of our abdomen on the left side. Then on the left heart. And then where the shoulder and the neck meet on the left side. Then on our forehead. Then to the back of our head. And then to the top of our head, which then is where we enter then into the state of meditation, and where we truly experience. That's the part where we will then experience the meditation. We can say that the first part is going to be kind of setting the grounds, and then you reap the reward at the end. So let's start all together. So we can all close our eyes and just try to take a couple of deep breaths. We can all breathe in. Hold your breath for a couple of seconds. And then breathe out. And breathe in. Hold it for a couple of seconds. And then breathe out. So now we can place our right hand on our heart on the left side. And so we can see the meditation in two parts. The first part is where we're going to be asking this Kundalini energy, this motherly energy. We will be asking her questions. And then in the second part, we will be given affirmations. So with our hand on our left heart, here we can say within ourselves, O Mother Kundalini, am I the pure spirit? We can repeat it within ourselves as many times as we feel. Mother Kundalini, am I the spirit? And then bring our right hand on the upper part of our abdomen on the left side. And that is the center where the power of self-mastery resides. So here we may ask, O Mother Kundalini, am I my own master? Mother, am I my own master? And we can bring our right hand to the lower part of our abdomen. So now we will enter into the second phase of this meditation. And here we can say, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. Oh, Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. And we can bring our right hand again on the upper part of our abdomen on the left side. And here with full sincerity, we can say and affirm, Mother Kundalini, I am my own master. I am my own master. Then we can bring our right hand on our left heart. And here again we can affirm, Mother Kundalini, I am the spirit. I am the spirit. Mother Kundalini, verily, I am the spirit. Now, before experiencing the state of meditation, there are a few obstacles that come within us as human beings. So over the next 3 steps, we will actually be trying to overcome these. So we can put our right hand at the place where our shoulder and our neck meet. And that is one of the center where the guilt within us resides. And if we are the spirit, there's no reason to feel guilty. Guilt is actually something that blocks us. So here we may say, Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. If I am the spirit, how can I be guilty? Mother, I am not guilty. How can I be guilty if I am the spirit? Then we can bring our right hand to our forehead. And this is where the power of forgiveness within us resides. And another obstacle within us, within human beings, is that sometimes we hold grudges against people and we hold on to things. And the easiest way to be happy is simply to forgive people and all others and all those who may have done something to us. So here we may simply say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive. I forgive everyone. But most importantly, I forgive myself. And here, as many times as you feel you need to repeat it, you can just say, Mother, I forgive. I forgive. I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And then we can bring our right hand to the back of our head and slightly tilt our heads backwards. And here we can simply ask the Kundalini energy for forgiveness. Whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, we can just say, Mother Kundalini, if I have done anything wrong against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. And finally, we can bring our right hand to the top of our head. And here we can massage our scalp with the palm of our hand in a clockwise direction. And here we can simply, with full sincerity, with that pure desire, really to want to experience this energy, say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. please allow me to enter into the state of meditation. And then we can bring our hand, our right hand, a couple of centimeters above our head and just try to see what we feel in the palm of our hand, on the top of our head. Is it cool? Is it warm? Is there a tingling sensation? You can also move it a little bit higher, a little bit lower, or front or back. Just try to see where you feel the strongest. Then we can bring down our right hand and try with our left hand. And same thing again. Just try to see where you feel the strongest. Then you can bring down your left hand as well and just keep them open on your lap. Just try to see now on both your hands, what do you feel? Do you feel a cool breeze or some warmth? Is one hand maybe cool and the other is warm? Do you feel certain tinglings in your fingers? Just try to remember what you feel, because we would love to hear later on during the Q&A what you have felt during this meditation. We can slowly open our eyes and we will watch a short video of Shri Mataji, who is, as we mentioned earlier, the co-founder, the founder fully of Sahaja Yoga. And yeah.
Now, when we talk of truth, we have to know that the truth is very simple to understand. First, we must know the instrument of truth. That is, you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, these feelings, these thoughts, but you are the pure spirit. You are the pure spirit. And that has to happen to you, that you become the spirit. As our heritage has been, very sadly, we are carrying out many qualities, instincts of the animal stage. And that's why we find in people having jealousies and oppression, aggression, all kinds of horrifying things. Also, the worst part is that man can think. And in his awareness, in his thinking, he can also justify through his rationality to whatever he is doing. So it's a blind end. Once you start justifying to whatever you are doing, it's a blind end. But there is no way through mental exercise that you can clear out all these things. You must know that your Creator has already looked after your self-realization. He has already made arrangements within you to give you your self-knowledge. So far, you do not know yourself. That's the main thing. They have said, know thyself. How? How do we know ourselves? We don't know what we have. We know about others, but about ourselves we don't know. And whatever we know about others is also very superficial. So now within us is placed, as I have shown you, the power of Kundalini. It's called Kundal because it is in 3.5 coils. And it's a feminine power. She is your individual mother. Everyone has an individual mother, and she has tape recorded all about you, about your mistakes, about what you want, what are your aspirations. Everything this mother has recorded within herself. Now she is just waiting for the second birth. Because it is your own power, you have to get it. Sahaja means Saha means with, and Jai is born. Born with you is the right, is the birthright. That you get this yoga means the union with the divine power. Now when I say there is divine power all around us, and it does all the living work, we have to just know that there is a power. And everybody has called it by different names. Somebody has called it Ruh. Somebody has called it Param Chaitanya. Somebody has called it the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. All this has been on, but people don't know where is that power. It is all over, which does all the living work. You see the beautiful flowers here around. Now we never even think how these flowers were created by Mother Earth, so beautifully, so differently, and how she has put such a beautiful show of her kindness, of her patience, of her love. Apart from that, if you ask a doctor, who is the one who runs your heart? He'll say it's the autonomous nervous system. Ask the question, who is this auto? He can't answer. They're honest, I must say they're honest. This is what we have to know, that all this work, living work, is done without any one of our efforts, effortlessly, and who does that work? So this all-pervading power of divine love, which you can call by any name, is around us, and it works out everything for us. This power knows everything about us. Also, it looks after us. It guides us. It thinks. It organizes. But above all, this power loves you. Now the time has come for us to rise above human awareness. Now, how do we become peaceful? When you cross this center, what happens? That like thoughts, they come to us through this center, from the past and the future. The waves like thoughts, one, another, like that. Now these thoughts, we are jumping on the cusp of these thoughts. But when Kundalini rises, she elongates those thoughts. And what happens to you? That you come in the present, no more on the future or the past. And there you become completely silent. You do not react, but you see everything, just see. So you develop a witness state. That is the most peaceful state by which you can easily achieve the greatest joy. For example, now see there's a very beautiful carpet here. Now, if I look at it in a normal way, I would think it's a very beautiful carpet, how much it will cost, where should I go to buy this and all those things. If it's mine, I'll be more worried. Is it insured or not? What's happening to the carpet? But after realization, what happens when you look at it? The joy of its creation by the artist starts bubbling in you. And you jump in the ocean of joy.
So with our hands open on our laps, let's stay in this silence for a couple of minutes. Absolute stillness. Just keeping our attention very relaxed on top of our head. And if thoughts are coming, we just don't engage, we just witness, like Shri Mataji said. Let's remember when we meditate, we don't actually do anything at all. So we just want to let it happen. So because this energy is in us and it will react. So when I play this music, its sole purpose is to bring us deeper into meditation. No thoughts. So there will be some images. You're welcome to look at the images if they help you go thoughtless. But if they disturb you, then just close your eyes. Keep your attention inside and your hands open.
So I invite you all to remain in meditation after this beautiful piece by Sia. We can now enjoy the state, the meditative state that we feel, and just realize how we are all entering this state together from all around Europe. And we can enjoy this silence for a few more seconds. We can keep our eyes closed and palm towards the sky. So we can slowly open our eyes. Wow, so this was just the beginning, guys. This was just day one. I hope you could all have a taste of meditation, of self-realization, of entering this state of peace. I want to thank again Sia for this beautiful piece, and Nicola and Ivan, of course. If we can bring up the slides, I would just like to introduce, while you're all here, the topic of tomorrow. So today we have Awaken, this inner energy. And the goal of day 2 is to expand the silence of meditation. Just like Shri Mataji was describing, there is this space between two thoughts. And the more we expand that space, the more we basically enter into meditation. And so our goal now is to see how much deeper we can go in meditation to simply see its impact on our day-to-day life. And the beauty of it is it's not just about sitting here and feeling good. It's feeling good to then see how it impacts our work, our relationship, our activities, our family life, everything that we can experience in this life. How this meditation is going to take all these aspects of our life to a new level. And of course, as Ivan also was saying, we would love to hear then about these experiences. So I invite you all to stick around for the 21 days. And you can join our community in WhatsApp. This way you can get access to all the links, all the announcements to make sure you can stay connected with us. Also, if you go on our website, you will have handouts and access to resources to learn more about Sahaja Yoga and meditation. And also, please invite your friends and family. It's never too late to join, and every session is recorded. So again, if one of those evenings you can't make it, don't worry, it's all recorded, and you can catch up the meditation and the session of the day. So I would say this is the formal end of the session today. However, if you want to stick around, we can now have the Q&A session. So as explained earlier, we have different breakout rooms in different languages. So you can join now one of the breakout rooms. So you can click, if you are on Zoom, that is, the breakout room button just below, and you'll see all the different breakout rooms in the different languages. If you are on YouTube, you can stay with us here. We'll also have some Q&A in the main room here. And if you have questions that you want to ask for the Q&A, you can send your questions to chat Q&A 1 or 2. So you just go in the chat, and you can simply send your questions there. And I will also be inviting Melanie to join us now for this Q&A session. So we have Sia, we have Nicola, Ivan, Melanie, and myself. I would be very happy to stick around and answer your questions, but also, your comments and how you felt. We'd love to hear, your experiences. So anything really that you want to share with us. Hi, Melanie. Maybe you want to introduce yourself briefly, because Melanie has been working very hard on organizing this event, and we thought it'd be really great to have her on board tonight, especially because there's just, too many men in this room, and that's not right, especially today. Hi, Melanie. How are you?
Hi, Malik. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm overjoyed, I could say. It was such an honor for me to help to organize this project and to be a witness of this first day with all of you guys. It was just like amazing. Thank you so much. And yeah, we are here to answer your questions. So please.
So there's a few questions coming in. One of them is, what if I feel heat and not cool breeze? So there is this these vibrations that we feel, and some of you, I can see you already know a little bit about vibrations. Anybody want to try and answer what are these vibrations or this heat and this cool that we may feel, and that some of us felt very strongly with Ivan? All right, maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if I can say something, it's very nice to understand it if we think of physics, no? So if we, for instance, blow some air in a tube, the more pressure there is, the more the air becomes hot. It's the same of old lamps, there was like a energy passing through a very little wire, and that pressure created light and also heat. So what's happening is when we start to meditate and we start to connect with this energy, if we don't have any block, let's say, inside our system, this energy can flow. And spontaneously, this energy is, let's say, cool. It's not cold, it's not warm. Of course, we are trying to achieve balance, and the sensation itself has a balanced feeling to it. But if we have some specific aspects, some specific tension in some places, this is felt by this energy, and that's what creates the heat sensation. So in a way, there is nothing to worry, because as I was saying before, meditation is about letting meditation happen. So it's not that we have to do something, but it's nice to take note of that sensation, so that if we feel it as something recurring, then we might start to put our attention to it and understand maybe what behaviors or activity we can do to to change that sensation. I let someone else integrate.
Thank you, Nicola. Well, I guess, I mean, something else we could share about, because it's very interesting on this day one, is I'd like to take advantage of your wonderful presence here tonight to ask you, how did meditation and Sahaja Yoga transform your life, or had an impact, or just what happened when you started to meditate at the very beginning? Like, how did you see that something was happening? Maybe, yeah.
I didn't understand if you asked to me or if it was like general.
I mean, I'm asking generally, but all of you could maybe say a little something about this to understand, like, why do we meditate? Like, what does it do?
So originally, if I speak for myself, I just felt very nice sensation. I started to practice actually this form of meditation, if we can say so, 11 years ago. And it seemed very kind of hippie and mystical to me when I was hearing presentation like today. But when I tried, I actually felt really, really good. So I thought everyone was kind of being a bit suggested by this Kundalini energy and things like this. but indeed, I had a very nice experience. I felt a very strong silence. So it was free, and I had nothing to lose. So I decided to go ahead and give myself a bit more time. And the first experiences I felt was kind of like less of something, in specifically less of something negative. So I was feeling less restless, less sad, less angry. So it was all like less of bad sensation. After a while, though, I started to feel more of positive things. So I actually started to feel more peaceful, more content, more self-confident, and I could feel like as if I was becoming more and more myself. So I was feeling transformed, but not as if I was changing, but more as if I was returning to like my real self before, my family, the society around me, and I don't know, all of the things that could have an impact of me kind of tilted my natural state of balance. So it started as a less kind of started as a cleaning process from not so positive sensation, but then it actually turns into a developing qualities and into becoming myself um, more and more. And this was kind of the first 6 months. So I'm not gonna go into details of after, but um, yeah, this is a bit how my journey began.
Thank you, Nicola. Thank you so much. Um, Melanie, would you like to share something about, what happened to you when you
Yes,
first started to
sure.
meditate?
It was like a long time ago now, more than 20 years ago. And I was actually looking for something like this. I was looking for peace. I was looking for connecting to my true self, I guess. And I was just walking in the street in Nantes, in the northwest of France. And suddenly I've seen this poster offering to get the self-realization. I was like, but yes, that's it. That's the self-realization that I want. So I decided to go to the place, and I had the same experience that you had tonight with Ivan. And to me, it was incredible. I mean, I couldn't help myself. I was always with a big smile on the face, and I had to call all my friends and family after the experience. I was like, I find something amazing. You should try. And they were like, yeah, sure, Melanie. But they couldn't understand, of course, because they didn't experiment it. So I decided to continue, of course, and then it get more and more settled in me. And also I had the chance to get rid of a lot of bad habits that I could have as a young woman, French woman, like, partying and smoking and different things. And with meditation, it just like went out, left me. And I'm still here, still meditating, and it's becoming just like deeper and deeper, and I can connect deeply to this profound and deep and real joy. And I don't need anything from outside to fulfill this joy, because it's all coming from inside. So yeah, that's my sharing for now.
That's incredible, Melanie, because it's true. Often we, like you say, we need something from outside to kind of feel satisfied or content or better. And finally, then you feel that contentment is coming from within. And then you feel free from all these external things that, usually maybe would help to make you feel better. This is really special. Again, guys, if you want to join breakout rooms in your preferred language, there's a lot of wonderful people waiting for you to chat there. So again, you can click in the breakout rooms and go there. And just quickly, yeah, we have Ines that said, I felt a cold breeze in my right palm and warm in my left palm. Maybe, Ivan, since you were doing the meditation tonight, you might like to explain a bit what that is about?
Yeah, of course. So as Nicola was explaining, when the Kundalini starts working within you, she starts going through the different centers, and there's certain places where there's different ways you can call it, but where it's maybe struggling a little more to pass through. And then there's places where it just fully goes through. And kind of, I really like the explanation that Nicola used, the whole relationship to physics. It's the same in life. Everyone has a very different way of explaining a same thing they see or feel in this case. And within us, there is 3 channels. For example, today during the self-realization meditation, we were working on the left channel, which is the channel of desire. And then there's the channel on the right side, which is the channel of action. And so, I believe you said she felt cool in her right hand and then warm in her left hand.
Exactly, yeah.
So it seems that, you're on the right side, everything was flowing. There was no obstacles, or maybe obstacles is a bit of a rough word to use, just a few, it's slowly working within you. And then on the left side, there were some things there. And on the right side, no issues whatsoever. Maybe later on during the 21 days, I'm not so sure about the full calendar, but I believe there will be also balancing, maybe that we will be talking about, or if not, I think we're all more than happy to talk about it in the future as well, where you can also easily help to feel cool on both sides, on the left and on the right. And you can also, another way you can explain is you kind of can see yourself as a pendulum within you, sometimes more to the right, sometimes more to the left. In your day-to-day life, it happens often, some days you're just, I want to stay in bed, I don't want to go to work, or I just want to spend my weekend on the sofa watching some Netflix movies or Netflix series. And then others, it's on the right side and you're just super dynamic and everything. And I think what you try to do is, it also moves throughout the day, but what we try to do often is just to be in the middle. So I think maybe the pendulum was maybe a bit more on the right side here, and it shifts also with what you experience in your day-to-day life. Maybe today you just had a super busy day, or it always differs, it always changes. I think I would let maybe someone else explain it better than me. I feel like I maybe took it a bit far.
No, this is great, Ivan. If I speak on behalf of Ines, I guess what you are trying to explain is that with the vibrations, you can feel your inner state. And you can actually feel if you are more on the right-hand side, which is like, too dynamic, too active, overthinking, or if you are on the contrary, more on the left side, more, turned towards the past, your emotions, maybe a bit of lethargy. So what you're saying is the vibrations allow you to feel your inner state. And that's something incredible also, because often we judge ourselves with our mind, right? And now with vibrations, we can very objectively see exactly what we need and what maybe is lacking and what is also doing really great, and how we can develop maybe those potentials or those qualities that are not really as developed as they used to be. And to me, that's something wonderful with Sahaj, to see that self-realization is realizing those inner powers, those inner qualities, and what you can become. And by detecting exactly where you are, you can use this to work on yourself and improve yourself within, to then discover your potential. And like Ivan was saying, yes, the 21 days is a wonderful opportunity to see exactly how to do that, how to decode the vibrations within us, to understand exactly what we need to change inside, what we need to work on, to become, that spirit we were talking about and become our full potential. Anything else that you guys want to add? There's a small technical question. Someone was saying, is it important to sit in lotus position because someone had back problems and had trouble sitting in that position?
Maybe I can add something on this. What is important is to be comfortable. So to go back a bit, in the history, now we hear there's a lot of people doing yoga. Again, yoga is a state, the same of meditation, is in a way is the same state. Back in the days, a few millennials ago, when these words came into existence, they said there were 3 ways for this yoga. So the state of union, the state of unity. One were the asana, which were this physical position. Let's say, stretching, which is what we call the yoga so far. Many people think Sahaja Yoga is about exercise, no? And sometimes they come to the classes with a little mat, but in reality it's a state, it's a spontaneous state, as we said. So these three ways were the asana, so the physical position, the stretching, the prana, which is the breathing, and the dhyana, which is the meditation. And the reason why the three of them were there is because it's very hard to be thoughtless if our physical body is in pain, because then our attention goes there instead of going inside, or let's say it goes inside but not in the way we would like it. So the reason why we don't do it standing or laying down is because if we lay down easily, we start to feel asleep and we don't achieve this state of balance. But also if we're standing, there's a bit too much attention and it's harder to relax. So what is important would be to be in a state which is relaxed, but not too much. So we can do it sitting with our legs crossed, but we can also do it sitting on a chair. I'm sitting on a couch. So the important thing is to be in a position which, allow us to, stand our ground, be dignified, but also be comfortable. Because as it's a state we are trying to achieve, it doesn't matter too much how we are positioned.
Thank you, Nicola. Thank you so much. Well, I guess before we finish, I would love if, Sia, you feel like it, if you could also maybe come back to that initial question of, what happened with you when you started to meditate. I know you were, your throat was aching. So thank you again for being with us tonight. And if you
Getting
feel
better
like it,
slowly.
I would really love to hear also your story and what happened when you started to meditate.
Absolutely. I was just in awe how you all answered, because you picked each and every idea I had. You covered it. It was all covered. I don't, sometimes we refer to people who come to our meditation as seekers. I don't think I was necessarily a seeker, more of a faller into. My brother started meditation, and I was always very curious about, why does something happen to me, or maybe, but I wouldn't go and dig or go to a class or read a book. But I was also quite young. I was in early 20s. But when he took me along, I had no idea what will expect me, what I'll expect. But one thought that maybe I can just share is, I knew from day one, this is what I should be doing. Doesn't mean I always did it. And that's where the experience comes in. So I knew from the beginning, wow, this is it. Because also it feels familiar. It feels like nothing alien. It feels like something like you reach home. This is home. You feel very much yourself. You feel very much there. But then life goes on and you live your life. And then you do it with meditation or without, like Ivan said. And this is your experience part, is you have a fair amount of how your life went without meditation, but suddenly with meditations, just like Malik also said, suddenly you realize automatically, spontaneously, I feel less guilty maybe. Spontaneously, I react less. Spontaneously, I develop to become a slightly different person, the person I want to be, but from inside and not controlled from what I want to do from my brain. So I think that along for many, many years has been just a constant thing accompanying my growth, I guess, little by little, seeing where I came from. It's good to have a diary, not that I ever kept one, but it's good to have, like Ines should write down, okay, on day 1, I felt left was warm. What do I feel on day 6? Make a little log for yourself and see where have you come. These 21 days are intense. So you have the opportunity to really try and really see a difference. So if you look back on day 1, say, oh, look, that went, for example, that left hand is now cooler. So to see back, where did I come from? How do I feel now? And then obviously also this community of people. I must say that was one of the most stunning things, was meeting people I've never met before and feeling like I know them a lifetime. Just this familiarity, this love, this bond. This was very much what kept me going. And I hope everybody in this course who is here for the first time, even if you haven't felt a blasting experience, maybe the first time, that's totally okay. Keep with it, keep coming. And maybe on day 5, maybe on day 7, you have some little bit of something and you hold on to it. But if you have that little feeling like I had at 21, this is it, I should be doing, then hold on to it and work it out. That's my advice.
Thank you, Sia. Thank you so much. No, you're absolutely right. I think we need to give ourselves that chance with the 21 days because it's like sport or like anything or like a plant that you water. The more you water it, the more it's gonna grow. And here, like it's funny because recently I also felt like my right side especially was pretty caught up. And I tried to, really work on it for 1 month without feeling much at first. And then it was incredible how the change came so fast. And so, yeah, it's wonderful to have that regularity. And that's something we always like to share that at first we need to give that, ourselves that chance to be regular about it and then to see how it can improve ourselves. And coming back to what you were saying, Sia, I think what's, really wonderful is, look, tonight here, most of us, we barely, know each other. Some of us have never met, and yet we can be here, have this really nice connection, deep connection, and have, these deep exchanges around ourselves, about around spirituality, about topics that are higher than what we usually are used to in society or at work or anywhere. And this is very special because I would really like, again, would like to invite everyone to speak to as many people on this big 21-day team because there's lots of people behind here. And it would be wonderful if you can get in touch with them, if you can chat with them through the WhatsApp group as well. We also have, I think, a mentorship program probably coming up. And this is a wonderful way to really connect and go deeper together and experience this deeper together. So on that note, I guess we will conclude our session for tonight, unless one of you wants to add the final word for today. Ivan, any
Oh,
last words?
you like putting me on the spot. No, I mean, really, what can I say? I mean, even when you get the chance to, I really want to thank all the people who are here, even though I can't see them necessarily. Um, when you get this opportunity to share this experience with others, it's also super joy giving. I mean, for me, the meditation, it's not the first time that I'm doing that one, but every time feels so joy giving. So really, that was huge thank you to all the people who were watching tonight, because really, even if you do it 100 times, or I don't know, I can't give an exact number, but super joy giving. So again, thank you also to all those who were here. I mean, Malik, Melanie for organizing, Nicola, Sia's beautiful music. This is just really an amazing way to spend a Saturday evening,
Thank you, guys. So let's meet every other night. I guess we can bring back the slides. And again, just remind you that tomorrow for day 2, same time, we will be focusing on expanding the silence of meditation. So again, don't hesitate to join the WhatsApp group. You can get access to more resources also on the website. And we are very much looking forward to meeting you again tomorrow for day 2. Thank you very much. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice evening.
Good night.